Malaysia's Prime Minister will announce his new cabinet lineup tomorrow morning. There had been widespread speculation Ismail Sabri Yaakob would reveal that list today after meeting the King to present a list of candidates. The new Prime Minister is under pressure to finalise his cabinet before the end of the month. Melissa Goh joins us live now for more on this. Mel, there was lots of anticipation that cabinet list would have been released today. Why the delay?
I know. Well, according to the statement posted on the National Palace Facebook page, the King, Sultan Abdullah Ahmad Shah, has consented to receiving the list of cabinet lineup from the newly appointed Prime Minister, Ismail Sabri, whom he met over lunch for about an hour and a half. Now, it didn't say that His Majesty has consented to the list per se and all the names on it. But still, under the federal constitution, the King's role is largely ceremonial. His Majesty is obliged to appoint cabinet ministers and all the deputies based on the advice of the Prime Minister. So the list is not normally questioned. An announcement from the Prime Minister's office usually comes on the same day after presenting the list to the King. Now, it's unclear why Prime Minister Ismail Sabri has chosen to announce the cabinet list a day later at 11 a.m. on national TV, and he's expected to take some questions from the official media after that. Now, there are speculations of last-minute changes, including the Deputy Prime Minister's post, which is said to be left vacant now because there are many contenders. It's difficult. Some said for Mr. Ismail Sabri to decide on one without alienating others. But former Trade Minister Azmin Ali is said to be putting up quite a fight, according to his party source. And that's why some analysts see the assigning of the agreement, remember yesterday with the opposition Pakatan Harapan leaders, was not just good optics of him reaching out to the opposition, wanting to work with them, but also to preempt any attempt within his ruling coalition, whether from Bersatu or any party, from trying to unseat him. Now, unlike his predecessor, remember Muhyiddin, the predecessor, Ismail Sabri as well rules with a slim majority of just 114 MP support. So any 3 or 4 were to switch sides, his government falls. So it's all over again.
Well, top of the to-do list for whoever's in that cabinet lineup, Mel, is going to be dealing with the pandemic. So with COVID cases hitting another high in the country, is there this growing pressure for the cabinet to be formed as soon as possible?
Indeed. I mean, it's been almost 2 weeks since the entire cabinet resigned after former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin lost his majority. Now, the key ministries in charge of health, the national vaccination program, and finance and home affairs, they need to be filled immediately, although civil servants are now running the show. Latest we heard is Vaccines Minister Hairi Jamaluddin will be put in charge of Health Ministry as well as overseeing the entire vaccination program. Now, almost 60% of the adult population have been fully vaccinated, receiving 2 doses so far. This as Malaysia races against time to vaccinate as many people as possible by National Day, August 31st. The whole of Klang Valley is targeted to be fully vaccinated by then. But cases are still very high in and around Klang Valley. I mean, more than 24,000 new cases reported today. That's the highest so far. And hospitals still very stretched. Frontliners are burnt out and they are in need of more ICU beds as well. More than 390 deaths, the highest reported today. 100 were brought in dead. It's daunting. Now, the cabinet ministers, once appointed, they will be sworn in on Monday.
All right, Mel, thank you very much for that update. Melissa Goh there in Kuala Lumpur.